2, 3, 4, 5. Hey guys, welcome back to another video. I'm Smaklim Kize and this is my channel. If you're a regular tegular, a regular liker, a regular sharer, honey, thank you so much for coming back once again, baby. And if you are new here today, welcome. Click that subscribe button and join the regular dzegulars, okay? Alright guys, so as you can see by the title, today I'm doing a video all things braces related, okay? This is a braces Q&A. You guys came through with some really awesome questions. I put up a tab on my Instagram as well as my community tab here on YouTube, and I asked you guys, what do you guys want to know? Ask me anything, nothing is off the table, and you guys came through with really good questions. So I decided to sit down and answer these questions for you guys. Okay, so just to give you guys a brief background, I am an expat living in Hefei here in China. I have been in Hefei for only a few months. I have been living in Beijing this entire time, and I did get my braces done in Beijing with Diamond Dental with Dr. Eric, and I've been going back to Beijing every 6 weeks to get my wire changes as well as all the other things that I need to get done for my checkups. Okay, so that's just a little bit of a background. So I'm just going to go straight into the questions. These questions are really some of them are really repetitive, some of them were really diverse, so I'm just going to go straight into it and we'll answer as we go along. Alright, so the first question is the one that I've been getting the most, okay? People are really curious about how much braces cost in China. So this is obviously my experience, and I did get my braces in a tier 1 city, which is Beijing, which is the capital. So do know that that's going to be a little bit more expensive. But as you go into, smaller cities, tier 2, tier 3, etc., it might be cheaper, alright? So the first question is total cost. So under that total cost questions, you guys had a few more questions under that. So I'm just going to answer them as I go along. The total cost is 40,500 RMB. I will also put that in rands and dollars up on the screen. And yeah, that is how much my braces cost, 40,500 RMB. Is there a monthly payment available? So yes, there is, but let me explain. So my first consultation, I was able to get that my braces are going to cost 40,500, and they told me that, okay, how it works here at Diamond Dental, you have to pay 60% upfront, and then you pay the 40% after 6 months. So that was what I was told straight up. In regardless of how much my braces were going to cost, but at that point we knew how much everything was going to be altogether. So that is what it cost. I know that I know someone else who had a similar experience where they were like 3 months up front and then the rest later on. So it really depends on the orthodontist and the actual hospital or clinic. So the next question is, do I pay for checkups? No, I do not pay for checkups. All my checks and all the things that happen in between my treatment plan, that is all covered in my 40,500 RMB, from all the materials they need, checkups, mouth floss, anything that happens during my checks is all paid for under the 40,500 RMB. Did I pay cash or did I pay with medical aid? I did pay with cash. There wasn't an option for medical aid. My company, First Leap, does offer medical aid for primary care, basic primary care, any other stuff that has to do with specialists, any plastic surgery, things like that. They do not cover that. That all has to be paid for from my own pocket. So I did pay cash. The next question is, do I regret getting braces? No, I do not. I won't lie though, at the beginning, like when I was doing my extractions, it was so painful. I started to kind of feel like, oh my goodness, why am I putting myself through this? This is like self-inflicted pain. Like, I do not need to be getting braces, in terms of I can survive without braces, but I definitely knew that would happen. That would be like the hurdles that I had to jump over, or the mountains that I had to climb to get to the finish line, and I don't regret it now, but I did have some moments in my treatment, especially in the initial stages, where I really had a lot of pain and I was going through a lot of regret, a lot of whys, but it was something that had to happen. And so now I'm happy that I was able to go through that, and now I don't have any regrets. I definitely enjoy them. I love them. I feel like I'm going to have a tough time getting rid of them. Like, I've gotten so used to them, like I feel like they are a part of me. So it's gonna be weird to not have them. So yeah, I can't really remember myself without them either. It's weird. Like when I look at pictures, I'm like, is that me? Like, njani, like, you know what I mean? So like I'm actually really I don't have any regrets now, but like I said earlier on, it was really, really tough, so I did have a little bit of regret. The next question is, did you have any teeth removed or any wisdom teeth removed? So yes, I did. I had 3 teeth removed in total, 1 wisdom tooth, 1 molar, and 1 premolar. And I did also get some fillings. I got 2 fillings in preparations for my braces. So a lot of stuff had to happen prior to getting my braces, and this was something that was explained to me initially when I went for my consultation, that you need to get some I did have a lot of teeth on my upper jaw, like an excessive amount of extra teeth. So they had to remove those so that there could be some movement, as well as, like, you know, teeth can get into order and get information so we can get that perfect smile. Okay, so yes, I did have to get 3 teeth removed and 2 fillings. Next question is, how many consultations did I need to have before getting braces? Okay, so the initial consultation for the first time when I went to Diamond Dental, I got a consult from the actual orthodontist. So he sat down with me. He knew a little bit of English, but I did bring a Chinese friend to, you know, translate. So I told him my needs. I told him, you know, this is what I want and this is my problems with my teeth. And we did x-rays. He took a lot of photos. I did a biting test where I kind of like bite onto like this device they bring in, and they measure how much my overjet was going out of my mouth. So that was one of my major things as well. I had a really, like, my upper teeth were like really coming out of my mouth. Like I couldn't close my mouth without having to like proactively close my mouth, you know. I couldn't rest my lips on each other without having any teeth like coming out at you, like, you know. So actually, okay, so to answer the question, I only needed 1 consultation. With that consultation, he was able to tell me this is what he thinks would be needed and this is how much everything would cost. So I only went to that orthodontist for a consultation, mainly because I also seen the results from my friend who I came with. And it was just easier that I knew that they were in my city where I was living, the cost, the person that I knew, like I had a reference, someone who had been there already. And, you know, I felt comfortable. The minute I walked in, it was just good. Everyone was really nice. And I was like, you know what? I like it here. So I needed 1 consultation and I knew that this is the place for me. The next question is, are they comfortable? Did it take a while for you to get used to them? This is a really common question. I think with anything, just to give you guys like some background, braces are actually one by one like small little devices that get stuck onto each tooth, okay, with adhesive, and then a part like a wire is placed into in each of these devices on your teeth and then locked up, kind of thing. So you can imagine this is like a foreign object in your mouth that is getting like stuck onto your teeth. So of course, like, it took a while to get used to. My mouth was like, my inner lip was like, girl, like I had sores all over. I had, like, you know, a lot of sores also on my gums. Like, it was really, really tough. My mouth generally, I don't have any other, like, you know, I don't have a gold tooth. I don't have a lot of fillings either. So it was very, like, it was the first time having any foreign object like that in my mouth. So it took a lot of time. Eating was really tough for me. I had to like find a way to chew. I constantly bit on myself. Constantly had to rinse my mouth out with salt water and warm water. Salt and warm water to make sure that, you know, I was like kind of tending to these sores. It was really, really tough. My first 3 months was really tough. I also knew that like I would get used to them, so I started to get different things like wax. I'll put a picture up on here where I roll it into a ball and put it on my bracket, so that stopped me from kind of bruising my lips and my inner lip. But it did take time. 3-4 months, guys, was really like the toughest time. I remember feeling a lot of pain also in the mornings. Like I'd wake up and my mouth would be in so much pain. And it was weird. Like I used to tell my orthodontist, Dr. Eric, I'd be like, why is it so painful in the morning? He's like, that is when you're sleeping, a lot of movement happens. Also a lot of shifting of your teeth. Like at some point I felt like I could feel my teeth move. Also my teeth felt really like sensitive. And like it felt like they were gonna fall out of my mouth. Like I constantly was like, oh my God. I feel like my teeth are falling out. So it was really difficult. And that was probably one of the toughest times out of my whole journey, those first 4 months. And of course, during my checks, those are the toughest as well, because when they do the wire changes, they either put a thicker wire or, I get a new device in my mouth. And that is when I really got a lot of the new stuff. Like I've got an expander, I've got power chains now. But when I was getting the expander, that was tough. It was really hard to get used to. I used to bite myself also. Like I used to bruise my tongue a lot, because my tongue would like brush on the expander. I'll put a video up here so you guys can see my expander. It would like brush on it. So can you imagine, like I would have like a bruise at the tip of my tongue, and it was so painful. So it did take time to get used to. So the next question is, how long will I have them for? Okay, so I'm currently going for a two-year treatment. So I'm currently going for a 2 years treatment plan. So I'm currently on 1 year and 1 year, September, October, November, December. Currently now on 1 year and 2 months. So I've got 8 months left. Yeah, and I can't believe we are like so close to 2 years. But that is currently my treatment plan. I don't want to go any longer. I hope I don't have to go any longer. So yeah, 2 years. Okay, so the next one is, has the way I speak changed? I don't know. I definitely felt like when I first got them, I was speaking very differently. Like words sounded very like weird. I had a lot of mucus in my mouth, so I did realize that I spat a lot. So a lot of words that required like a s and a t's and s's and q's was weird as well. I couldn't pronounce a lot. Like I noticed even when I was teaching, I couldn't say a full sentence without spitting. I definitely know now that I'm used to it. Like I feel like I'm speaking normally now, but I don't know. I do think there was a lot of adjustment that needed to happen with how I pronounced words. I'm definitely one that speaks slower now. I feel like I do speak slower than how I used to. Yeah, but I do feel like my speech did change in the first 6 months of my braces, definitely. Question is, which colors were your favorite when I had my different color elastics? So my favorite colors are definitely black and that ocean dark blue. Ocean blue, black and ocean blue. My least favorite, I thought, let me just add that one in here. My least favorite was purple. It looked good, but it stained so easily. So it was purple and of course green. Those two were my least favorite. So both purple and green looked really good, but they stained so easily, especially when I ate like curries. They would like stain, like purple would turn yellow and then my teeth would look yellow. I think I'll put pictures up here, and like my green would turn dark green and then my teeth would look so horrible. So purple and green were my least favorite, and black and dark blue were really, really my favorite colors. I'm sad that I can't wear colors anymore, but those two were my favorites. The next question is, do you ever get lazy to floss? Yes, I do. Sometimes I get lazy to brush my teeth, guys, because brushing my teeth is like a whole series, guys. It's a whole, like, it's a stororo. It's a story, because you can't just like do a quick ta-ta-ta, I'm out. No. You have to actually brush your teeth really well, because if you don't, you're gonna get cavities. And when you have braces, like, it's basically reversing the work. And I'm actually quite annoyed with myself because one of my wisdom teeth, or not even, yeah, my teeth at the back wisdom tooth has a cavity. And that could be due to many reasons. Like I could be eating too much candy, I probably didn't floss properly, so I actually need to go get a filling. Thank goodness it's not like a deep root canal kind of filling that has to be like treated like, like that. It's just like a very superficial filling, but I need to go get it done, because if I keep it and I leave it for too long, it's going to reverse all the work and that tooth's going to have to be taken out. So I need to go get that sorted out. But yes, I do get lazy to floss, but I try as much as I can to do it 3 times a day. I do brush my teeth 3 times a day, but water flossing. So once I knew that there was something that could allow me to floss accurately and do it like without having to, put string in, I did get a water floss. The normal floss is really tough to floss braces with, so I got myself a water floss, and that has made life really easier. I do put mouthwash and water in there, and I really go in there. And so yeah, I do get lazy, but I make sure I do it at least 3 times a day. Obviously it's required to do it after every single meal, but I get lazy. I definitely do get lazy. Okay, the next question is, how do you deal with cuts in your mouth? Okay, so like I said earlier, I do use wax, where I roll it up into a ball and I put it on the actual bracket that's hurting me. I also do salt water, warm water, salt, and mix it up and goggle with it. That really helps with the pain. I haven't had any mouth sores or mouth scars or mouth cuts in a long time. Maybe because now my mouth is used to it, but when I do, that's what I do. I whip out my handy wax and I use my salt water as well. The next question is, why didn't you choose Invisaligns or clear braces? So I didn't choose, for example, if you don't know already, there are different types of braces. The Invisalign is just like, looks like a retainer actually. And you put them on and you wear them 24/7. They don't need adhesive or glue or anything like that. And they look like retainers. I'm going to put a picture up here. The next one are clear braces, where they do look like mine. You do need adhesive, but they are clear. The wire is still metal. You can still see the wire, but the actual brackets that get attached on your teeth are clear. And so I didn't choose both of those because for Invisalign, I wanted something. I felt like Invisalign needed a little bit more admin to take care of. You needed to make sure they stay clean. And I just personally just didn't want to deal with that. And they also cost a lot more money. And I just didn't have that money, and I didn't want to spend that much money. And the clear braces were 2,000 or 3,000 more than these that I have. But I didn't want them because after doing some research, and like multiple people said this, that they were a little bit more chunkier than the normal braces. So like in your mouth, they definitely look bulkier, and they also were slower to do, like to actually show results. It took a while to move your teeth. And obviously they stain more because they are clear. And so, with any types of food, you would have to risk, staining. And, I just didn't want to go through that admin. So that's why I decided to choose metal braces. All right, the next question is, did braces change the shape of your face? I actually don't know, guys. I really don't know. I think I'm going to put like a side-to-side picture. I don't know. I do feel like my mouth closes well now. Like, how I said I couldn't close my mouth and just rest my lips together without my teeth showing. And now I can do that. This is me doing that. So now I can do that, and I never used to be able to do that. So that's a change I'm seeing. And obviously my teeth are moving. I've got a more, my smile is definitely more aligned. My overject is basically gone. So yeah, I definitely can see the changes in my teeth, but I'm not too sure about the changes on my face. So yeah, we'll have to see at the end of the 2 year, and we'll do like a proper video about that. Okay, the next question is, did you break any brackets? Yes, I did. I did break a lot of brackets, especially in the initial months. First 6 months, I broke like a bracket every month. And it was like, sometimes I didn't know how. Like, I was like, Njani, I don't know. And Dr. Eric would be like, dog, you need to cut up your food into small pieces. Don't bite into anything. They're still very sensitive. And I did break a lot. I haven't broken any now. Since like after the 8-month mark, I didn't. So yeah, definitely really proud of myself for that. Okay, guys, so yeah, those are the questions. It was a really like broad scale of questions. Yeah, my braces journey has been really had its ups and downs. In the beginning was really tough with the extractions. I went through the most with my extractions, a lot of pain. I had to really pause and be like, okay, do I want to get these braces? But eventually the pain went away. So yeah, I'm going to give you guys now just 5 tips to just say, number 1, if you're gonna get braces, do your research, find, especially in South Africa, find some well-recognized orthodontist where you can get some really good references and people who have gotten like results. You can see his work or her work and just, make a really advised decision. And I think with any other country, do the same. Secondly, find out from your medical aid if you can pay with pay your braces with medical aid. Some medical aid do offer that. Unfortunately, here in China, they don't. But I know in South Africa that some medical aids do pay part of it, and some pay like half, and then you pay the rest. So yeah, find out about that. That could really help with the load of pain. The next tip is to get a water floss, guys. Get a water floss. The water floss changed my life. Like, you don't have to use the string. You just floss with it. Put some water in and you can get to the back and like all the corners and the places that you can't see. So invest in a water floss and a good toothbrush. The next tip is to not think about too much about like perceptions and what people think about adult braces and misconceptions. I think a lot of the time people are uninformed about adult braces, and people have a lot of like previous perception, like previous knowledge that either is very old school, or people have false perceptions about having braces as an adult. So I think if you want to get braces, do it. Find the orthodontist that you feel the most comfortable with and get them done. It's 2 years. It flies by so quickly. Look at me, like I'm already like so close to 2 years and it's almost over. So definitely do. Okay, and the last tip I have is, if you have want to do something for your teeth and you want to change your smile or better your smile, definitely go ahead and do it. Don't be intimidated by either the fact that maybe your teeth are so crooked or whatever, your overjet is so bad that it can't be reversed because you're an adult. Guys, technology and medicine have improved. It's crazy. There's now things called fast braces where you don't even have to wear them for a year. I've seen people get braces for like 4 weeks and then their teeth have moved drastically. So don't get intimidated by age or the complexity of your teeth or what's going on with your teeth. Definitely go get a consultation and find out, because medicine has advanced and there's so many cool things like Invisaligns, fast braces that are out there that can help you to move your teeth and get your perfect smile. So yeah, guys, that is all for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed this braces Q&A. I enjoy sitting down and talking to you guys too. Definitely click that subscribe button if you haven't already, honey. We're on the road to 2,000 subscribers, okay? And so thank you so much for watching till this far, and I will see you in the next video. Mwah.